Hey, I'm Ashley, and I thought what better way to ring in the new year than to make another YouTube video for my channel. In this video, I want to talk about a low buy, no buy, and your spend plan for 2026. Well, my spend plan. If you haven't done a no or low buy spend month or year yet, I really encourage you to go ahead and try it this year. It's the start of 2026, and it's a great time to do it. Last year, I did a low buy year. And it really helped me understand patterns that I had and to develop some good habits. And today I want to kind of talk to you about my spend plan for 2026 and more importantly, what I plan to do with that money that I save. Because you can plan not to buy stuff and have money sit in an account, but is it working for you? Things I'm going to continue in 2026. So last year I canceled Amazon Prime and I am not turning back. I didn't miss it. If I wanted to buy stuff, I just did the $35 purchase limit to get the free shipping, and it stopped me from buying a bunch of unnecessary things and having to do a bunch of returns, like a lot of them. So that headache is gone and I'll continue it this year. Also, I'm gonna try to continue to spend less at the hair salon. Last year, I didn't do any highlights to my hair, just letting like the real light balayage I had grow out. And for 2026, I'm going to continue that. And also, I'm going to try to push my haircuts out a bit more, maybe like every 4 to 6 weeks, and see how that works. Additionally, I already switched to some hair care products that are like drugstore and makeup products also that are drugstore. So I'm going to just kind of get the cheaper item and enjoy it. Some of them I really like, and I'm going to continue to get rid of uncomfortable clothing. Like if I have it and it's not comfortable, if the texture's weird, or if it's too tight and it's like makes me feel uncomfortable, I'm getting rid of it. I'm not keeping it. There's no point, because I'm going to end up taking it off like within an hour or so anyways. So I will continue that 2026. Also, when it comes to clothing, I'm going to try to continue to buy right the first time. I implemented this last year and I will continue to do that this year. I'm going to buy better quality pieces when it matters and consider the material with all the purchases. I really only have 2 categories of items that I buy. One is like my knock around clothes that are like home loungewear, athletic wear, like just t-shirts, PJs. And like I would consider trendy items in the like knock around category. And then the next category is like my getting dressed clothes category. And that's going to be, like pants, shirts, sweaters, jackets, and shoes that I'm going to use long term. For those items, for the get dressed category, I'm going to try to buy the better quality item so that it lasts longer. And then for the more knock around pieces, I don't mind buying from like Marshalls or TJ Maxx because it just makes sense, to buy the $49 dark brown leather purse that I'm going to use for 2 seasons versus like a $300 purse that I'd buy somewhere else. So I'm going to avoid going to those types of places for my getting dressed category and buying like low quality brands from department stores. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Oh, and also for my knock around category, it's not limited to like lower quality items. I can buy like the nicer, better quality item for that category too. I'm just limiting it completely to the getting dressed. Oh, last year I also got rid of like excess items that I have in clothing. And I'm going to challenge myself to continue to reduce my wardrobe because I really want to get the chance to like wear all my items that I do have and I like. And also like it's less laundry and I like that. But I'm not going to reduce it to like a small capsule wardrobe. That's like not my style. So yeah, so I'm going to reduce, and then I'm going to continue to use eBay and Poshmark, stuff like that, for good deals on clothing. I discovered some brands that like I don't have around here locally that I didn't know about that I actually really like, and I found they're good quality. I can get them secondhand on eBay, Poshmark, whatever, and I've really enjoyed it. You know, this fall or winter, I bought like 4 sweaters that are just like great, just like awesome, great natural fiber, wonderful quality that I would never like purchase full price. So I'm going to continue that for 2026. Now, when it comes to replacement items for 2026, obviously I started last year, so if it's not broken, it's not empty, or it's not needed, I'm not going to be replacing it. And things that I do want to replace are like simple, like I need one of my travel cups needs to be replaced. You know, I bought 2 large ones like 2.5 years ago, and one of them is starting to peel, and because it has a design on it and the design's peeling, and I don't like it because it's close to my mouth, and like I just don't feel like eating like whatever that material is painted out of. So I don't want to like ingest metals into my body. So I'm going to be getting rid of that one. I'm going to buy a replacement. It's just going to be a solid cover. It's going to be the exact same one. I found which one I liked that holds up in the dishwasher that I love. So I just need 2. I'll be good to go for 2026. Let's see. I also plan to replace a couple of furniture items. I want to get a new sofa. I think specifically I'm looking for like an L-shaped sectional. So I'm going to buy that this year, and I'm going to plan for it and save up the money. I did try to find one like gently used on Facebook Marketplace, but I just can't find anything with the like within the categories that I'm requiring. So I plan to just purchase that new and to save up the money and figure out, you know, what's really going to work best in that space, because it does need to be like specific measurements and like go with everything else and like my open concept like living, dining, kitchen area. So I am not going to hold back on that purchase this year. Also, I do need a couple of wall decor items. I moved into this house a few years ago, and I've just been steadily like filling it up and all that, but I have found I still have a couple of walls, mostly in bedrooms that in like the bathrooms, that need to have something on it that I would like. So if I find something that I think is a really great option for those, then I will purchase them this year. And also, I would kind of like a different dining room table set, but I'm not gonna buy that new. That can just be like a really good condition item that I find on Facebook for a good deal. Just something that I really like, but is not something I'm technically going to be like shopping for or saving for. If it kind of like everything falls like into my lap, that it works out cool. If not, no pressure. All right. So continuing 2026 in the beauty category. When it comes to skincare, I'm not going to do a bunch of aesthetic services like facials and peels. I did buy a pack of like Skin Pen at a discounted rate towards the end of 2025. So I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 more of those like micro needling sessions. So I'll do those next year, but I'm not going to do any additional services. And obviously, I'll only replace makeup and skincare when it's empty and not when it's on sale. Just because it's close to being empty and like Ulta has their 20% off prestige, I'm not going to go buy it. I'm not going to buy it. It needs to be like out. All right. And I know a lot of women in the beauty category, they end up like scaling back on nail salon visits, but you know, I really don't have much to scale back on. My nails grow long and I like them, and I just like file them regularly and like nip the cuticles and like buff them so that they're shiny. Or I have this one simple, one coat, one step, like translucent nail enhancing polish that I'll put on them. So I have no getting my nails done to take off my list. But pedicures are another thing. See, I like pedicures, but I do not want to pay the nail salon to ruin my feet, ruin my toenails. Last time I went to a different place and they gave me toenail fungus and I hate it. And it takes like 6 months to grow out. And if you keep adding nail polish on it to cover it up, it like gets worse. And so you just got to leave them bare. And so like, I don't know what to do. Maybe for 2026, I'll go to the one place that I know is like the safest in my area and if they're not open, then I just won't do it. Just skip it because I'm not paying for someone to ruin my feet. And it's like, even though they clean like the tools and stuff, like they disinfect it and the bowls and all that stuff, I've been thinking, well, they take the fingernail polish brush and they brush it on the fungy toe and then they put it back in the bottle and then they go and brush other people's toes with those colors. So that's got to be how you get it. And so I was thinking about possibly just buying and bringing my own gel polish to the nail salon. Have any of you ever done that? Have you brought your own polish? How'd that go? Let me know. All right, now let's talk about the new ideas that I would like to put in place for a low buy, low spending 2026. All right, so I have recently experienced this and I have decided that I will not be doing late night online shopping. Yeah, so I made it through Christmas without acquiring like any debt from it. Like, I budgeted, I didn't overspend, and I like felt good about it. My credit card got paid off. I'm good to go. But just a few nights later, I am up late at night buying stuff at an online auction, and I'm like, the next morning I'm just like, oh, why did I do that? I just, it's like $250, but I really didn't need those things, and it's because I was up late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was just browsing and just like, I'm not doing that. Like, the online shopping's at nighttime is done. And even the next night, I found myself almost purchasing shirts online late at night. And I was like, hey, I just had this idea in place for 2026. I'm not going to shop late at night and buy stuff. Don't click the purchase button. And so I didn't. And so I saved myself. So that's the new rule. Unless it's like pre-planned or like I'm doing like a grocery order or whatever, 0 late night purchases are happening for me. Okay. Also for this year, it's not really saving money or low buying, but what I'm going to do is try to sell the things that my family's no longer using. So I think I'm going to try like to resell it first, and then if it doesn't sell, trash or donate it. I usually do like a bunch of donating like of things that are still of good use, but I think I'm going to try to sell it more. Facebook has not been like trying to sell stuff on Facebook. It hasn't been doing well for me in my area, but also I mostly just do furniture. And so like clothing items, like kids' toys just really aren't hot, so I haven't tried, but I think I'm going to try selling them again and also listing them on eBay and see how that goes to get some more money back in my pocket instead of it going out. Let's see. Oh, another thing that I've decided, I am going to shop without my kids more, because when you take them with you, they want more stuff. If they're at the grocery store, more items get thrown in that cart. They want a toy. It ain't happening. Not doing it. Gonna leave them home with dad as much as possible. So, and when it comes to shopping and grocerying that I was talking about, I think I'm gonna recalculate my grocery budget. I think I've been like overspending in that category, or either I need to increase that category. So I'm gonna evaluate that here over the next like month and see how to adjust it best for my family. So, I'm not feeling guilty about like spending too much money if that's no longer like realistic. I also had the idea of like, maybe we'll do takeout Fridays, like making that a thing. Don't have to plan a meal, don't have to plan on buying a meal, and my family can choose their takeout of choice within, but it's got to be reasonable. We're not going to spend $60 on some takeout or anything. That's not going to happen, but maybe we'll do like takeout Fridays. So we know what day of the week it's done, and that's the only one. All right, now that I have my spend plan in place and I'm going to be spending less because I'm not buying as much, I'm going to have money to save. And so I'm going to be putting that money to work for me in 2026. So far my plan is that I'm going to add a couple of $1,000s to my high yield savings account this year. And that account, I call it my peace of mind account. A lot of people say emergency fund, but I hate that terminology. Like, I don't want to save for an emergency. I want to have peace of mind. So that's what mine is labeled, and that's what I will call it. But I'm not going to save more than like a few extra $1,000s in it this year. Last year I used it to save for a bunch of different like buckets of items that I had planned, and it worked really great for that. But it's just not my goal this year. I don't have like several things that I'm saving up to purchase, or so it's just not going to happen. I use Ally for my high yield savings account, and I absolutely love it. It was easy to set up, it's easy to fund, transfer from it, and you can take the one savings account that you're getting like 3.5% on versus your regular savings account, which you get like nothing on, and divide it into like several different buckets. And so you can put the money in each bucket that you're saving for and see it, and it's all mapped out, and it's really convenient. So, if you're not using a high yield savings account yet, I encourage you to start one and start saving this 2026. And you can set up an account with Ally. I actually have just like a friend family link referral in my bio. So go click on that link and check it out. Sign up. It's easy to do. It's all online, and you don't have to fund it immediately. Let's see. Next thing that I'll be doing with the money that I don't spend this year is I'm going to be investing it. I'm going to try to max out my Roth IRA. I have not yet been able to max it out since I opened it. It's been a few years. So I'm going to increase that and hopefully be able to max it out this year. Also, I'm going to be contributing to the regular brokerage investment account. This account I opened just this past year, and I did put money into it and invest in different stocks. Towards like halfway through the year, I did sell them, and I ended up buying crypto with that money. So I will be adding more funds to that account to invest in, stocks, ETFs, mutual funds, but I don't really plan on putting a whole bunch more in crypto right now. So instead of putting money into my high yield savings account, I will be putting it into my investment account and investing those funds. And or if I feel like I need more liquidity, I also get a high yield on just holding money in that account because it stays in a money market account, and I'll earn, some off of that money parked there. So I'm gonna do it that way this year. All right. My investment accounts are with Fidelity. My brokerage account, my crypto account, and my Roth IRA. And if you don't have a Roth IRA yet, you need to get one and do it this year, because this account grows tax-free, right? And so I really encourage you to set it up. I've got a link to Fidelity for my friend and family referral in my bio also. So click on it, check it out, and set up an account today if you haven't. And if you do have a Roth IRA but not a regular investment account, go ahead and set up one with Fidelity. Super easy. Okay. Now, this year, what I'm going to do with that money is going to pay down debts. Specifically, I have one debt that I'm going to put extra money to, and that is for my vehicle. I bought a different vehicle in 2025, and I'm going to continue paying that loan down. I don't have a monthly goal on how much extra I want to pay, but I'd like to do $1,000, but I like $1,000 total towards it, but I don't know. I don't know if that's realistic. And if I do it, I don't know if I'm going to have to decrease what I'm investing. So I'm going to continue evaluating that over the next couple of weeks to finalize exactly how many dollars I'm going to be putting towards, how many extra dollars I'll be putting total towards my car payment each month. This year, I'm going to be giving my kids a head start also when it comes to their finances. I opened both of them up a Roth IRA right at the end of 2025, and I'm going to continue adding their contributions to that account throughout the year. Later on, I think that I will let my kids decide maybe things that they want to invest in. You know, you like Roblox, you spend money there a lot. Why not own a share of Roblox, a few shares of Roblox? So I'm kind of moving that direction. But for now, I'm just putting it in like large cap ETFs and like high dividend yield ETFs. So more to come there. Okay. And you may have noticed when I talked about what I'm doing with my money this year that I'm saving is I didn't say a 401k. Yeah, no, I didn't say it. The 401k is not the best option for me right now in my life. I do contribute a very small percentage to my employer account, but they only pay out like 40% of what they will, 40% of the percentage that they will match. So it's not like I put in $1, I get $1. I put in $1, I get 40 cents, which, yeah, that's better than nothing, but I've got to be vested in X amount of time and I can't take the money out. And if I do, then I'm super taxed. And so it's just not my favorite account right now. Maybe if I had a different type of employer 401k that I was invested in 100% as soon as it was open, that would be cool. But I'm not really worried about that account now. I'd rather fund my Roth IRA, my investment account, and pay down towards my vehicle. If you haven't tried a no or low buy spend year or month yet, I really encourage you to do it. And when better to start than the beginning of a new year? 2026, January, I challenge you to do a no buy month. Start there and see how it can grow. And further, I encourage you to develop a plan on what you're going to do with the money that you're saving. Feel free to check out the links in my bio to get accounts set up for Roth IRAs or, a high yield savings account, and figure out where you're going to put your money so that's working for you and not against you. Because as everybody's experienced, inflation is real and the cost of things are just like out of control. My name's Ashley Norman. Please follow me along on my YouTube journey as I share more about becoming financially free, independent, and winning at life, starting no matter where you are. And please leave a comment letting me know how you planned to start your low buy, no buy year, and maybe a category that you've decided to participate in. Thanks.